Hey everyone, I'm Ben from the YMCA of Greater Boston, and this is Mindful Yoga. And so let's begin our practice by sitting comfortably, legs crossed, if that works for you. If not, just extend one or both legs out. Let your eyes close. Breathe, if you can, through your nostrils, and lengthen your spine on the in-breath. Relax on the out-breath, keeping your spine long. Soften the muscles in your face, around your eyes, cheeks, mouth, jaw. Just notice the breath and come back again and again to the feel of your body. And so I invite you, as we move through the practice, the movements, to practice your yoga with awareness, with gentleness, with compassion for however you're showing up. Let's take a deep breath and let it go. And shift around onto your back. So relaxing on your back. Above all, take good care of your body. Think of my instructions as suggestions. Make modifications if needed to keep yourself safe, to avoid strain. So let's sweep your arms out away from your body. Your feet are flat, knees are bent. Let those knees drop over to the right side and the head to the left. Try to keep that left shoulder on the mat. Take a breath in. And then bring your head and your knees back to face up. And let's drop the knees over to the left side and the head to the right side. And your head and your knees come back up. Knees to the right, head to the left. And knees to the left, head to the right. Now bring your head and your knees to face up. This time take that left leg, cross it up and over the right leg. And now drop the knees to the right and the head to the left. Notice the sensation with the legs crossed. Maybe you go a little deeper by pressing that top knee down into that left leg. Head and knees come up. Uncross the legs. And take the right leg, cross it up and over the left. And drop the knees down to the left side and the head to the right. Good. And then bring the head and the knees right back up. Bring your arms back to your sides. Now, with your feet flat, your arms at your sides, press your feet into the mat and lift your hips, lift your buttocks, lift your back, and then lower down. Inhale, lift, and lift your arms as well, and bring your arms back behind you. And exhale, lower down, arms back to your side. Inhale, lift, high as you can go. This time, keep your arms back there, and take your left hand on your right wrist and press back to stretch that right arm a little more. And then switch, take the right hand on that left wrist and press it back. Good. And now slowly lower your back, your buttocks, bring your arms back to your sides, and just relax. Good. Just relax as fully as you can for a moment and feel the effects of that exercise. Now draw the knees into the chest and extend the legs up toward the sky. Let's work the abdominal muscles a little bit by slowly lowering the legs down. Keep your low back pressing. If your low back starts to lift, you've gone a little too far. You want to bring the knees in toward the chest before your low back lifts. Extend the legs up. And see how far down you can bring those legs while keeping the low back anchored to the mat. Continue. Just keep your breath flowing. And now draw the knees in toward the chest. Pause. Switch directions. Extend the legs out at an angle. Lift them up to vertical. Knees to chest. Extend the legs out. Continue. Good. One more. Knees to chest. Feet back down. Relax. Extend your legs out along the mat and just let go everything. Let your body sink into the earth. Good. And now bring your knees in toward your chest. Wrap your arms underneath your knees. And spinal rocking, you have the option of rocking side to side, or for a more active version, forward and back. Just massaging your back. And then coming up to sitting. Either rock forward and up, or rock over to the side and up. And extend your legs out along your mat. Bring your hands back behind you. And let's work with the ankles circling around. So circle your ankles around. And reverse direction. And now, so that your heels are far enough apart so you can turn the toes in toward each other, internal rotation. Now you're likely to feel this in the hips. This is largely internal hip rotation. Okay, and then external hip rotation, bring the feet out to the sides and hold that to the depth that you can manage, and then release. Okay, let's shift now onto all fours. So, shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. Now we'll come into the lifting the tailbone and lifting the head to create a little back bend. Breathe into this back bend. Good. And then tucking the tailbone under and tucking the chin toward the chest as you breathe out. Breathe in to the cow stretch. Exhale into the cat stretch. Inhale, back bend. And last one, exhale, forward bend. Good. Okay, now the side bends. So left hip out toward the left and left ear toward the left shoulder. So you're making a little crescent. Still looking down toward the mat. Then back to center. And then crescent curve to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale into that little crescent curve. Feel the muscles along your ribs and waist bunching up. Continue. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Now, taking your left arm, slide it under. Now, you could rest right here on that left elbow, left arm, and extend the right arm to the sky. Or maybe you extend that left arm all the way through, rest the side of the head and the shoulder on the mat, and then extend the right arm to the sky. And with that right arm, can you explore movement? Just a slow dance of that upper arm. Explore movement in those joints. Then release the right hand down. Slide the left arm out, and you'll do the same thing on the other side. So the right arm slides through. Perfectly fine to come to the elbow, and then the left arm up, or all the way through to the shoulder and the side of the head. Then the left arm to the sky. Again, just explore movement. Fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder. Your upper arm comes down, and you slide your right arm out. And now take the right leg and extend it back behind. And take the left arm straight ahead. Reach the toes back and the fingers forward. Now, arm and leg away from the central line of the body. And then arm and leg across the body. Away, across. One more. Away, across. Back into a line and pulse. Lifting. And pause. Now take a breath. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck it in. Last one. Extend out and release. Good, and just relax here. Notice the difference between the two sides, and we'll move into the same sequence with left leg extending back and right arm reaching out. Let's first see if we can stretch that diagonal line. Toes back, fingers forward. Good. Now arm and leg away from the center line of the body. Arm and leg cross the body. Away and cross. Away and cross. And back into a line. And then pulse. And pause. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open, long. Good. And release. Bring the hand and the knee right back down. Let's take a moment to relax here. Soften. And now curl the toes under. And let's come up into downward facing dog. Press the heels toward the mat. Lift the tailbone toward the sky. Press the chest toward your feet. Then begin to walk your downward dog by pressing one heel, then the other. Both heels pressing toward the mat. Good. And then walking your feet in toward the middle of your mat. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Just let your body hang forward and down. Forward fold. Sway from side to side. And then back to center. Pressing into your feet. Roll your body up to standing straight. Lift your shoulders up, and back, and down. With your feet about hip distance, let's come up onto the balls of the feet. Ease back to the heels. Add the arms. Lift the arms overhead, and then lower down. So you come up onto the balls of the feet when you lift your arms. And you slowly lower those heels so they come to the mat right around the time that your hands come to your sides. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And see if you can rock back on the heels this time. Bring your arms forward so you don't tip back. Continue. It's a little balancing challenge on the heels for just a second or so. Good. And bring your arms down back onto the heels. Good. Come down. Now see if you can just kind of walk in place on the heels for just a few steps. Just balancing on those heels while walking around. And then, good. Come back to both feet flat on your mat. Feet are about shoulder width apart. And let's lift the arms up so the arms are parallel to the floor. Now slowly sinking down. And as you do this, try to keep your knees over the feet. Press your buttocks back. Reach your hands and fingers forward. Try to keep your upper body, your torso, as close to vertical as possible. Good, and now we'll see if we can revolve our standing squat by bringing your hands, palms together, in front of your chest. Bring your forearms down onto your thighs. Now, take one elbow and slide it over to the opposite thigh. Yogi's choice, either one. Rest that elbow there. Look toward the hands. And see if you can take the elbow to the outside of that thigh. Point the upper elbow toward the ceiling and look up toward that elbow. Past the elbow toward the ceiling if you can. And if you want a deeper twist, press the elbow down into that outer leg and leverage the deeper twist. Good. Work in those thigh muscles. Other side. Slide the arms across. Rest that elbow. Look toward the hands. Keep the elbow there, or maybe elbow to the outer thigh. Upper elbow points toward the ceiling. You can look up past that elbow. You can press the lower elbow into the leg to deepen the twist. And slide your arms across. Okay, feeling it in those quadriceps muscles. Good. Come up to vertical. Lift your arms up overhead. Exhale your arms out to the sides and down. So we'll spread the legs wide apart. We'll move through the standing angle and the wide leg downward dog and pyramid pose, starting with the 5-pointed star. Arms come up. Now when you hinge forward, attempt to hinge from the hips, keeping a long spine the entire time. The tailbone up and back, the crown of the head down and forward. Then, when you've come about as far as you can with a long spine, just take your hands down to your legs, wherever they naturally fall, and just hang out there, tailbone up and back, crown of the head down and forward, finding just the right stretch in those hamstrings. And now we'll move into wide dog. So place your hands down under your face and begin to walk your hands forward. Good. Both hands pressing into the earth, hands close together, shoulder width apart. Feet wide apart, pressing into the earth. Tailbone lifting toward the sky. Crown of the head reaching toward the hands. And now the pyramid pose. Can you walk your hands a little wider apart? So the hands approaching the width of the feet. Make sure the hands have a good grip on the floor surface or your mat. Hands, feet, the four corners of the base of your pyramid. The tailbone, the tip of your pyramid, lifting that tip toward the sky. Good. Now walk your hands back in toward each other. Then walk your hands back in toward your body. And then bring your hands out to your legs and press into your feet. Just roll up to standing straight. And walk your feet back in. Come back to standing tall. Okay, so let's come to the top of the mat. Feet are about hip distance near the top of the mat. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders back, and relax them down. We're going to step into side warrior. So you'll step your left foot back, big step back, big wide stance. And you're going to bend the right knee so it's right above the ankle. That back foot is more or less perpendicular to the front foot. The right heel, a line going back to that left foot, bisects the center of the foot. And then your arms come up, parallel to the floor. And gaze out over that right hand. And now let's reverse our warrior by bringing left hand down onto the left leg and lift the right arm straight up toward the sky. Relax your face, enter into the pose as deeply as you comfortably can, and then see where you can relax while holding that pose, while maintaining its structure. And coming out of that reverse warrior, arms parallel. Now we're going to move into Bentley triangle. So thighs are probably really feeling it, that right thigh. That's good. Working to strengthen. So slide your arms out over that right leg. Keeping that right knee bent. Bring that right arm down. Palm forward. Press the arm back against that right leg. Left arm reaching toward the sky. Now you could look straight ahead, as I'm doing. Or maybe you rest the neck and you look down toward your foot, toward the mat. Or maybe you challenge those neck muscles and you look up toward that left hand. Good. Bring that upper arm down. Place both hands down on the mat, either side of that right foot, and then step that back foot forward and just let your body relax in the forward bend. And then roll up to standing upright. Shoulders up and back and down. Okay, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. Excuse me. I'm just going to shift position. A little easier for me to be facing the camera this way. So feet about hip distance. Shoulders up and back and down. And now stepping that right foot, big step back. A nice wide stance. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat today. Okay, take your arms and bring them up parallel to the floor and gaze out over that left hand, reaching that right hand back. And now we'll shift into our reverse warrior, left arm to the sky, right hand just resting on the back of that right leg. Just opening, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Just find your depth, reach the fingertips toward the sky. Good, and bring your arms back, parallel to the floor, and then slide your arms out over that right leg, out to the right, to the left rather, and then take that left arm down and bring it right in front of that left leg. Let the right arm reach straight up toward the ceiling. Got a little shoulder issue, so I can't quite get my arm as straight, as vertical as the other arm, but we're working on healing here in my body. I'll get there. Reach that right arm toward the sky. Press that left arm back into the left leg. Choose the focus point. Your hand straight ahead or down. And then bring that upper arm down. Both hands on either side of that left foot. Step that back foot forward. Let your body relax in the forward fold. Pressing into your feet. Lift your shoulders up and back and down. Sweep your arms up overhead. Palms touch down in front of your chest. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, take a deep, graceful swan dive into the deep fold. And then walk back into downward dog. Pressing the heels toward the mat. And again, see if you can relax here. And draw the knees back to the mat. And now you'll come onto your thighs, onto your buttocks, onto your belly. And just bring hand over hand and rest your chin on the back of one hand. And relax here for a moment. Then take your chin to the mat and your arms to your sides. Press your core, your center, your pelvis, hip bones down into the mat. Establish that firm base, and then slowly lift your head and chest, and then lift your legs, and then lift your arms. Right leg a little higher, left up alongside it, left leg a hair higher, right up alongside it. Take your arms, sweep them around to the front if you can. This is a lot more challenging for your back. Bring the hands down if necessary. And then sweep your arms back to your sides. Bring your chin down. Bring your hands back, hand over hand. Rest your chin or maybe even one side of your face in the back of one hand. And take your elbows, place them under your chest, press into your elbows. Good. And then sit with your legs extended out in front, and place your hands back behind you. Bend your knees, feet flat, lift your feet. So we're going to come into our upward boat with some variations. Arms out over the legs. If you want, you can bring your hands under your knees. Arms out over the legs if you can. And then, for even more challenge, extend your legs. You can certainly keep your knees bent if necessary. Now, here's the variation. We're going to open the arms and legs, and then cross. Then inhale, open. Exhale, other arm and leg on top. Inhale. So flowing boat. Couple more. Last one. And release. Good. Place your hands back behind you. Just let your knees rock one side and the other. And come back to sitting up with legs extended out. Now take your left foot, place it to the inside of that right leg. Sit up tall. Now take right hand over onto that left knee. Take left hand back behind you. Press the hand into the mat behind you and grow tall. Breathe in. Gently twist as you breathe out. Do that once more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. And then the next breath, just enjoy being in this twist. Explore any little micro movements. Good. And then come back around to the front. Hands. Come out onto that right leg and just ease forward over that leg. Think long spine. So can you reach the crown of your head toward the toes of that right foot? And come on up. Left hand on that right knee. Now we're going to twist the opposite way. Bring that right hand back behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Again, grow tall on the in-breath and gently twist on the out-breath. Good. Just explore this shape, this form for a moment, and then back around to the front. Let's do the same sequence on the other side. So take the right foot to the inside, that left leg, sitting tall. Take your left hand over onto that right knee. Right hand back behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Explore. I'm just noticing rocking a little bit. One side of the buttocks to the other. Feels good. Come around to the front. And now slide your hands down that left leg. Reach the crown forward. Try to hinge as much as possible from the hips. It's fine if that left knee is slightly bent. Just explore that depth that your body can safely and comfortably accommodate. And release the forward bend. Right hand on that left knee, left hand back behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Explore. And release. The arm around. Extend the leg out. Shifting onto your back. Let's move into Shavasana, yoga relaxation. We'll do a little relaxation and then a little meditation. So relaxing comfortably. It's fine if your knees are bent. You can extend your legs out if that's comfortable. Arms could be at your sides or maybe resting on the belly. Just feel your feet. Feel your ankles, your calves and shins. Feel your knees. Feel your thighs. Fully relax your legs. Feel your buttocks and your belly, your back and your chest. Feel the trunk of your body, heavy. Relax. Relax the trunk of your body. Notice the fingers and hands, the wrists and forearms, the elbows and upper arms, biceps and triceps and shoulders. Let your arms be soft, heavy upon your mat. Relax your arms. Feel your face, your eyes, your head. Soften around the forehead and eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the mouth, the jaw, the chin, the ears. Relax your head and your face. Relax your entire body. Simply let go. Scan your body. Release any lingering tension wherever you find it. Fully relax. Now you may want to stay here in relaxation longer. That's fine. You can pause the video or simply let it run out and let any further words wash over you as you enter deeper states of rest, of relaxation. But you might join me as we move back to sitting and a brief meditation by exploring movement, finger, toe, a little stretch. Maybe a deep, full body stretch would feel good. Bend your knees and roll to one side. And just relaxing on your side for a moment. And then finding your way back to a sitting position. And so we'll move into a brief meditation practice here. And again, you may want to take time after the video ends to meditate longer. People often benefit from 10, 15, or 20 minutes, but we'll just be meditating for about a minute. enough so that I can give you the basic instructions, which are to simply sit in a comfortable position. Certainly a chair is fine if you're going to be sitting for a while, and that's more comfortable. And just let your breath flow through your nostrils and bring your attention to the sensation in the nostrils. So you feel the breath flowing in and out. Just notice the sensation of the breath. If there's a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath, try to keep your focus on the sensation around the nostrils, the nose, so you keep a continuous, focused awareness as you track the breath in the sensation around the nostrils. So again, we're going to be ending in just a moment, but you may want to continue your meditation. Every time the mind wanders, which it will, you gently bring the mind back to the object of your meditation, to the breath, to the sensation in the nostrils. Doesn't matter how many times your mind wanders off. It's just about gently bringing it back. And this can be beneficial, calming your mind and helping you to cultivate focus, concentration, helping you in meditation to let go of distracting thoughts. You might even consider a little experiment that I'm doing, which is I'm asking how I might take the lessons of meditation, the concentration that I'm learning, cultivating, the learning to let go of distracting thoughts, and apply it in your everyday life. So what is your intention in a given situation or on a given day? What's your purpose, your goal? Can you gently, as in meditation, bring your awareness back to your intention, your purpose, your goal? Can you let go of distracting thoughts that are getting in the way of your purpose? So we'll end our practice. I want to thank you all for joining me today. We'll take a nice deep breath and let it go. Then bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.